They say that when the Library of Alexandria burned, humanity lost 500 years of progress. But here's what no one tells you. It didn't burn in a single night. It died slowly, and the people who destroyed it called themselves civilized. Imagine a building so vast, so sacred, that kings wept at its gates just to be allowed inside. Founded in the 3rd century BC under the reign of Ptolemy I, the Great Library of Alexandria was not merely a collection of scrolls. It was the living mind of the ancient world. Housed within its colonnaded halls were over 700,000 manuscripts, medical texts from physicians who understood the human body in ways we wouldn't rediscover for 1,000 years. Mathematical theorems, astronomical charts, poetry, philosophy, the secret histories of civilizations that no longer exist. Scholars came from every corner of the known world, from Greece, from Persia, from the heart of Africa, not to visit, but to live there, to think there. Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the earth inside those walls, and he was almost exactly right, over 2 centuries before the birth of Christ. This was not just a library. This was the conscience of humanity. So, who destroyed it? For centuries, fingers have pointed at Julius Caesar, who in 48 BC set fire to ships in the harbor of Alexandria. And some of those flames, history tells us, crept onto the docks and consumed an overflow warehouse of scrolls, waiting to be cataloged. Caesar's fire was real, but it was not the end. Others point to the Christian bishop Theophilus, who in 391 AD, under the decree of Emperor Theodosius, ordered the systematic destruction of pagan temples and the sacred institutions attached to them. The library's sister institution, the Serapeum, was dismantled stone by stone. And then there is the Arab caliph Omar, who in 642 AD, after the Islamic conquest of Egypt, is alleged to have said of the books, "If they agree with the Quran, they are unnecessary. If they disagree, they are dangerous." But many modern historians dispute this account entirely, calling it a later fabrication designed to cast blame eastward. The truth, the unbearable truth, is this: the Library of Alexandria was not murdered in a single act of violence. It was neglected. It was defunded. It was raided piecemeal by emperors who cared more about conquest than knowledge. It was burned a little at a time, over 5 centuries, by men who each believed that what they didn't understand had no right to exist. And what did the world lose? We lost the complete works of Aristotle. We have barely a third of what he wrote. We lost the original writings of Euclid, of Archimedes, of Hipparchus. We lost medical manuscripts that may have contained cures. We lost maps of coastlines that have since changed. We lost music. We lost entire languages. We lost the answers to questions we are still asking today. The philosopher Hypatia, mathematician, astronomer, the last great scholar associated with Alexandria, was dragged into the streets by a Christian mob in 415 AD and murdered for the crime of thinking publicly. When they killed her, whatever remained of the library's spirit died with her. Here is what I want you to take from this. One villain did not destroy the Library of Alexandria in one moment. It was destroyed by a culture that slowly decided that certain knowledge was threatening, that certain questions were dangerous, that certain voices did not deserve to be heard. That decision did not happen once in ancient Egypt. It has happened many times since, and the only thing standing between civilization and that kind of darkness has always been the people willing to protect what is written down.